This too. We good?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Do you want an agenda? No.
Let's go.
Yep.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'll call to order the April Water, Sewer and Engineering Committee meeting. And we'll take a quick attendance. We have Town Attorney Elena Fenton, Superintendent of Water and Sewer Matt Yetto, Dan Volkey, Cameron
Stepio.
Stepul, our Comptroller Kara Parks, myself, and
I'm Deborah Harris. I'm the,
Deborah Harris.
the new person, Matt's assistant.
Okay. And one member of the community here with us. We have several minutes to approve from previous months, so I'll start by taking a motion to approve the December 5th committee minutes. Is there a second? Any changes, additions, deletions needed? Okay, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those minutes are approved, and I'll take a motion for the January 7th. Motion. Second? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
And those are approved. I will take a motion to approve the February 6th, 2025 minutes.
Motion.
Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
And lastly, the March 6th, 2025 minutes.
Motion.
All those in favor signify by saying aye. And those are also approved. Okay. Nope, sure, it's got posted on the- And those will make sure I post it on the town website.
Yes, yep. After the meeting.
Sounds good. Okay, we'll start with the public comment period.
Yeah, since they. I gather nothing has been done with,
I did an update for you, if you'd like. I provided a map to Superintendent Ray Smith of the area of concern. He's planning the work, and in addition to cleaning out on either side of the culvert, he's going to use their robotic mower to go as far as they can up and down along the channel to clear out vegetation as well.
that would be great.
Yeah, so hopefully, they'll be able to get up as far as they can. It's on tracks too, so it's pretty, useful to get up in areas where people walking behind a mower can't get to. So this should be, beneficial, help clear out some of the, phragmites that are growing in there as well. And then also do, some work on either side of the culvert where it crosses the road. So he has a map and he's laying it out now and should see, hopefully if weather cooperates, pretty soon we'll soon out there. Okay.
Right.
Did
We're moving, it's slow, but
Did he give a start date or just weather dependent?
weather dependent, yeah.
So you think that it's gonna happen within this month?
I believe that's intent, yeah, because he gets busy with other things once they get in construction season. So this is his window of opportunity to get it done.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, we're moving to attorney's items. Let's see this one.
No, I just put it on there because we want to really try to get moving on this again.
Oh, I thought that was an update.
No, it's just a wish from myself and Roger, Jesse Dorian to try to along with it, some response from the city. I think we've waited a while and I think the city may be in a position where they want to talk to us and we want to help them as well. So, I just figured we start throwing it back on the agenda. It won't be forgotten and hopefully some progress made on that. I do have one other item that I added. It's the MOU regarding sleep times for the water and sewer maintenance crews. And going back and forth from the language for that. I think it was. Happy with
But it to the, I mean, internally, we're okay with
Yes,
it.
yeah.
And just to add to that, it's something that was brought up as one of their demands during the last round of negotiations. And we had an agreement on everything except for the language for this, so instead of holding up the contract, we approved the contract with the addition that we would have a committee that would try to reach a resolution on this, so.
What is it for? Is it like an overnight project or?
Yeah, so
Yeah, it's-
basically, if they're called in after 10:30 and work through the night or any portion of that period of time, then they'll get the equivalent of hour to hour of sleep time before they have to return to work. So let's say they work 10:30 to 2:30, 4 hours.
They're kind of 4 hours off that morning. Sleep.
Right, and then their start time would resume after that period of time. If they worked 8 hours, then technically they'd get the full
Yeah,
8 hours
so-
of the next shift off. There's some nuances in there, like if, if there's like less than 3 hours remaining on their shift, they'll have the option to use personal or I think vacation or comp time or something like that, instead of coming in. Otherwise, they're mandated to come in, and if they don't come in on that mandate, then they don't get paid for it.
It's a way to help to ensure that we'll have crews on the next day rather than lose an entire crew the following whole day.
And also making sure that they get sleep in and we have safe crews that aren't too tired out doing the work.
And also provide some benefit for working all night.
Yeah,
There.
right now they have to use a benefit time.
Right.
And this is, so we're giving them some time, but we're also getting assurances that they'll be back too. So it's a win-win.
The MS4 report.
So we, there's a new stormwater, permit that began last year, MS4 report is part of it. It's just, an update to our stormwater management plan, which is mandated by the state, which over the next 5 years will be ramped up even further, if there are additional requirements. So this is just the first year of the, reporting period. We have to say what we've done as far as cleaning of catch basins, and maintenance and inspection of our stormwater ponds and other features. So Cameron's been working on that, I've been working on it. We'll be working with the highway department over the next several years to ramp up, maintenance on some of our, infrastructure. It's just a continuation of a program that's been in place probably close to 20 years, but with the new permit, there's even more requirements, from the state. So we just have to, have to have our annual report in the spring, which we've done, and then we'll move forward with the additional requirements. And I think I'd like to try to utilize interns this summer to do some of the inspections that are required as well. Just put that on the radar.
Just going back to the MOU for a minute. Is that, so we're waiting for language from you? Is that?
No, I drafted the language.
Okay.
It's
We're
being
waiting for them
sent
to
to the
review.
union. They just have to say that they're okay with it. I did speak with the union president previously and gave him an idea of what we were thinking. And it seemed like that was gonna be something that they would be agreeable to.
And then if they are agreeable to it, it'll be a resolution to accept that this one.
Right.
Okay, sorry.
Water and sewer maintenance, we have someone from the highway department who's expressed interest to come work for the water and sewer department. I've talked to Ray, and he understands, he doesn't want to stay another way, someone who wants to better their opportunities, so, but before with this appointment going on this month, we sent the application to civil service and we've gotten a good response from them. Like to move forward on it. Bill, maintenance worker position in the crew. I think that well, after this, we'll have still 2 open positions. I want to thank Ray too for allowing us to share employees. It wasn't a poaching situation, but I just wanted to thank him for that. River Road water main replacement project, CTML has basically finished the majority of the design for the project. This would be replacement of the water line from the circle in front of GE As far as Platinum Park, the 12-inch water line breaks quite often, and we're looking at, upsizing it as well to provide additional capacity. Right now, the estimate is around $1.5 million for the work. So now we're working on, funding sources to do the work. Hopefully, if everything works well, by the end of this, summer or early next year, we'll go out to bid for it. We're out doing our hydrant flushing with in zones 3 and 7 right now. The map is on the town website and people can see where we'll be. We stay within the areas that we say we're gonna be in. So that distilled water is limited to the areas where we're working. Utility billing, we're still working with Reptelis to do the rate study. We provided quite a bit of information to them. Just finishing up a capital plan going for the next 5 years, so we'll share that information with them. They asked us several questions, gone back and forth and answered the questions that help guide them in the right direction, what they're looking to do. Hopefully, not too far from some answers from them. I'm sure that there's some additional meetings coming up. The spring utility bills will be going out later this month, and they'll be due on May 30th. We're still working on trying to determine what we want to do with water billing software. We only did a 6-month maintenance contract on our existing software. And I know there's been some talk of consolidating using Munis or whatever other billing software that other departments are using, try to take advantage of similarity. But I haven't heard anything more on that. I don't think we have some more meetings to discuss that. Did you have
We're
any?
just trying to get Munis under control.
Okay.
We have customer service issues with them and, I would like to see those get resolved before adding any more modules.
Okay.
Makes me a little nervous sometimes.
If we go too much further, we may end up having another resolution to do the second half of the year as far as maintenance of the software.
So the agreement we have now that we approved last year goes through June.
6 months. Yeah.
It was the calendar year that it goes through June, is that?
Yeah, but it took a while for them to even get that price to us, so we don't know by next month when we start moving forward with that. Just meant so we're not left without service. Wastewater treatment plant, the organic waste program, we're still receiving 2 trucks a day of Way, Giovanni. It's great to have Dan back because he's already started working with Bartlett Judas and some of the other companies out there to try to get a handle on the scrubber issue that we're having as far as the methane.
Jump right back in.
Yeah, he's right back in, so. But we've had some good feedback already. I think we should have answered not too far in the future. And I may be looking to use some of the reserve money to repair, do some repairs and changes to the scrubber. Probably do that next month, hopefully. The gas piping, that work has been completed. So once the scrubber is back online, we can start reusing our gas and instead of just flaring it off. And we're looking at sludge disposal options because our existing dryer is almost 20 years old now. We've been putting money into it every few years or so to keep it going. We're at the point now where after we get an evaluation, hopefully in the next few weeks, we'll know how much we want to spend on it to keep it going for hopefully another few more years. But there are some options as far as either we haul more, less dry sludge, or we contract with a company that would haul away for us, or we're even looking at a used dryer that was brought to our attention. The cost to get a new dryer doesn't really make sense because of the amount we'd have to spend upfront, and then how long it would take to pay it off, and the savings we would see. But if we could get a used one that's in good shape, it may make sense, so we're working that out right now as well.
The one we have now, you said is 20 years old?
It's approaching 20 years, yeah, I think we were told it had about a 10-year life on it. We put money into it and got another 5 years out of it, and then we just keep investing into it, and it's still working, for the most part, but when
I mean,
it,
if we purchase one that's used, are we gonna be in the same position in a couple of years?
the
Then?
one we're looking at has 4 months of use on it.
So it's
And-
not so life expectancy.
Yeah, it was put into service, wasn't the right application. So they used it for 4 months and then turned it off, and it's sat in some spot for the last, I think, 8 years. If we can get a good enough price for it, we're looking at huge savings. And then we would work with the manufacturer to basically inspect it, make sure that it's still, reliable. But, we're not at that point yet, we're still trying to evaluate its condition.
Evaluate the condition of the used one now.
For the used one, yeah, a new dryer is anywhere from $4 to $6 million. The used one number was mentioned in 1 to 200,000. But we still have to see a lot, more information on it before we go any further. But if we could save that amount of money,
It's a lot of money.
yeah, that is worthwhile, whereas $4 million may not be worthwhile to put in a dryer, right? What else here? Water treatment plant. In 2024, we had two months, like 2.5 months where we were offline. And I spoke to Beth when this originally happened. The upgrades took longer than we expected due to supply chain issues, so the plant didn't go back online until I believe it was February of 2024, rather than, we should have gone online at the end of 2023. Because of that, we had more water from the city of Schenectady. And then in September of 2024, we had a broken pipe at the water plant, which put the plant offline for just a little bit over a month again. So we spent more money than we had budgeted for purchasing water from the city. We did save on electricity and chemicals. Didn't completely offset the cost, but there was money already in one of the lines. Yeah, the equipment line that we were able to move. We'll have to do a budget mod to move it to cover the cost, but we're looking at about $56,000 difference. But it is within the money that was in the budget already, but for other uses. But this is out of 2024, not out of 25.
But by doing that budget mod, we're still covering the
We're
expense,
covering,
we're still within
yes.
our budget, so. Right.
Yeah. Just coming out of a different line. We did the 2024 withdrawal report. Josh Wall there, the water plant, put that together. It's just a report of how much water we produced, and have to provide that to your CDEC. And the transfer station, I've reached out to the shredding company that we've used to try to get some dates for sometime in late April, early May, for a weekend shredding event. Once I hear back, I'll share it with everybody. We'll see what works best for everyone. And the electronics recycling company will still come and take our recycled electronics, regardless if we have a transfer station or not. We'll still get it for free. But the closing date is April 12th for the transfer station. Sounds as if most people have adapted and have made alternate plans for disposal of their recyclables and their garbage. And there was some talk of doing a refund for some of the people with some of the punch cards, because we found there were a handful of people that had purchased bulk punch cards, 3 or 4 cards at a time. And I'm concerned they came up with to use all their punches up before the end. There's been discussion. Do you have any more details on
I
that?
know Aaron. Maybe don't buy unused, like,
Full cards?
Yeah. I mean, do we know when they were purchased?
No, there's no way of knowing.
So they could have been purchased last year or years ago, or
Yeah, but it's all same, they haven't gotten cheaper, they haven't bought, it's still buying a $20 card regardless of when you bought it. Because it's just punches on the card.
Right.
It's not as if they got more expensive over the years, but a refund would be 20, it's just dollar for dollar.
Right, and if you wanna take their name and address and they'll turn the cards in, you can process a refund.
Okay. It's
And I
not very
I
many.
mean,
I think
It's not
the end of May was I think Aaron said by June 1st.
They
does
have-
request refund.
Yeah,
Yes,
that was where thinking.
So I
it
guess I'd
doesn't
be curious
just
to know,
drag on forever.
we know how many it is, right? I mean,
I know of
3
three
people have
people,
come
right?
in,
Yeah.
a total of
$280.
$280.
It's not a huge amount, but we didn't expect people to have multiple cards.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just thinking if people bought multiple cards 3 years ago, 4 years ago, and now want money back for them, I mean. But I mean, if they bought 4 cards a few months ago, that's different. But if they've just been sitting around their house for years, now they want money back for it. But if it's only a couple $100,
Yeah,
I think what will happen though is if you say, okay, we'll give refunds for unused cards, then more will come out of the woodwork because this guy go, hey, you can get a refund. And so then they'll tell the next person that
yeah,
uses
people
it.
digging in
And
their drawers for 'em. I'm not, yeah, it's only
we have
$20 a
to
card.
Yeah.
pick a line and just stop somewhere because we've been telling people for quite a while that it's closing.
Right. And they've had opportunity to use it. I guess I just don't want to get in a situation where now we're paying out thousands of dollars, or it doesn't sound.
Right.
I don't think there is that much, especially if we limit to full cards. People have 25 cents here, 25 cents there, it's.
yeah, no. The card can't have any punches.
That's all I have. May 1st would be the first Thursday. Does that work for everybody?
That's the other meeting, right? First. Yeah, we can do that time.
That's all I have. Also, something else that anyone has to add?
I do not. Anybody else? Okay, no? All right, our next meeting will be right here, 4:30 on Thursday, May 1st. And with that, I'll take a motion to adjourn. Second?
Second.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
And we are adjourned. Thank you. I don't think so. I was trying, but.